Well, welcome
Well,
to the LifeWave Business Opportunity, and we're excited to be sharing this with you. I'm Andrew Hoyes with my wife, Vanessa. We are presidential directors at LifeWave, and we've been on this journey now for just over 13 months. And so it has completely changed our life, and it's completely changed our financial life and only moving forward. So we're excited to share this opportunity with you because we believe that this is one of the greatest opportunities that we've ever been presented in our lifetime, and we think it's just getting started.
Andrew, will you just show what we're referencing, just in case someone hasn't seen the 30-minute presentation on the information of the X39 and some stories?
So this little patch, which my friend told me about just over a year ago when he called up and said, "Have you been patched?" I had no idea what he was talking about. He said, "See a presentation," which we've just done for many of you to show you what this technology is, which is a health technology that nobody else has. That is a patented technology, which means no one else can rip it off or anything like that. And it also brings a security that you're buying it from the source, which means you're getting the real deal. And this has a 20-year patent on it. And this is changing lives. And so we're excited to share the business opportunity around that, whether it be something where you just want to earn an extra $1,000 a month because you have a holiday you want to go to at the end of the year, or if it's to replace your income at 6 figures plus. We are here for everybody who wants to walk or run, to share and help others with this as well.
So our testimony before we present to you is that we were introduced a year ago, as Andrew said. We'd come back from nearly 10 years away from overseas, in Montreal, Quebec, and then in Florida. So we were relocating to be closer to both our mothers in this season of their life. So we were essentially rebuilding our life from scratch. We'd been on the mission field as missionaries for many years. And so we had quite a few things in our heart to do, and we never imagined that phone call would actually transform our life the way that it has. Fast forward a year later, we cannot be on these calls and make income claims, but we can say we've never in our life earned so much as we are earning now from this one business. We are multi-passionate entrepreneurs with a few things going on as coaches, but I'm telling you right now, the excitement, the energy, the hope, and the financial flow into our family has allowed us to really lean in, and it's given us what everyone craves, which is some time freedom to maybe not necessarily go to the jobs you don't want to go to as we're building something like this. We also love to say, you don't have to ever leave your job if you love it, if it's calling, if it's passion to do this business. It very much fits into the nooks and crannies of your life, right?
Yeah, or it aligns with the business you already have. That you could be out there building your other business and then sharing this as well. So it's a great complement. And we see this also as a dream seeder. A dream seeder. So for me, I'm into crypto. I love real estate. I love my future is to work with other people, running businesses and be an angel investor. I have a whole bunch of things that I'm wanting to do, as well as helping people with their health, which has always been a huge passion of ours, and helping people with their wealth as coaches as well, which is another business that we have. And so this also supports other things that you could be doing if you wanted it. So it's not an either or, it's also an and potential.
Exactly. So I'm just going to share my screen so that we can have a look at what we're talking about when it comes to these opportunities. In our previous one, we just talked about our presentation, what the investment is for the patches. But here's the big deal. Even as we look at this straight up front, you are not investing into nothing. You're actually getting the patch technology as you can kickstart your business. So we'll just talk a little bit about how fast this company has grown and why we're so proud of this industry. So this is going to take less than 20 minutes. Andrew.
So I love this. It's a 20-year-old company, but you got to see it as a 20-year-old startup. It was plodding along and great business doing patches, but then the X39 came along and it took off. It was like a rocket ship. It went from revenue of around $20 million in 2020 to $600 million by the end of 2024. And it's going to be a $1 billion company potentially by the end of this year. So it's taken off and faster than they ever thought that it would have. So this is great time to be in this company. Traditionally, when a company hits momentum, they go into hyper growth. And so, like I said, we're predicting $1 billion, and it's in over 75 countries, over in 80. I think it's over 80 countries now. So when you have brand partners in other countries, you can build that. We have 9, I think, countries that we have brand partners now. Again, I'm not a tax advisor, but as you put this into a company structure and all the tax concessions that come with that and travel, and it even opens up the potential with that as you move forwards, which is exciting because we want to be with our teams around the world. And what I love, it's, as we've said, it's not a Me Too product. It's like you have your oils, you have your weight loss, you have your skincare. Those things are all great. And we use them at different times. But no one else has this and no one else can get this. It's patented. And this is now a $1 billion company. So no one wants to take them on to try to rip it off. So that also brings security to every single one of us as well. This is an amazing time to be with this company.
We use this pretty simple language here about it being a global opportunity, as Andrew just said, but it is also a professional direct sales and marketing strategy. Binary just means 2 teams. The word binary, if you understand how some of these direct selling companies work, instead of 10 teams and having to build long and then deep and wide, you just are literally using 2 teams and the momentum of both to grow your whole entire business. We've got an incredible onboarding system and training, and we always say you're going to learn while you earn. So earn while you learn while you earn. This is about just literally saying to people, I've got my hands on something. Do you want to learn with me? And really, it's only in a direct selling model that you can start to take the cap off your earning potential again over time. This is not an overnight thing. This is a 12-month, 2-year, and 3-year opportunity.
And I'm not sure if you said it, but one of the highest, if not the highest, compensation plan at 60 cents of every dollar goes back to the brand partners and 40% to the company and R&D. So that's an amazingly generous company. And if I could also add, the reason why he went direct selling is number one, it's one of the fastest growing business models in the world. Gen Z and millennials are jumping on board this business model like, hotcakes. And so when they jump on something, things accelerate. And so also the owner did this and went this opportunity because he wanted this to get to every single person. And so the cost of this is so extremely affordable because he went the direct selling model. If he went to the corporates or had a middleman or government or something, or the health big pharma, this would be 5, 10, 20, maybe 30x the cost to be able to purchase and buy. So that's another reason why we are so excited and so thankful that he's gone the direct selling model for this product.
This particular company is the #1 fastest growing direct selling company in the world globally. It's just won the 4th year in a row, and it's celebrating awards all over. Now, what that means is that, again, we're not in a company that's actually competing with any other product because of what we have. So not only that, you're talking about Australia, New Zealand, and the APAC region, Australia and New Zealand. Australia is the fastest growing country in all of the Asia Pacific region right now. It is the 3 years that it's been here, and there is such exciting momentum, but there's so much room for you to just go and patch everyone you meet along the way. The second thing we love to highlight is the community is like no other. These are like-spirited people. While the world is starting to feel like scarce and fearful around some of the announcements being made in life, these people are living at a different level of thinking opportunity, thinking abundance. And you need to be around people like that right now, friend, because there's nothing like this community of hope dealers that we have actually ever experienced.
I love it. The energy, the hearts of these people, the environment. We're so excited to be there this year at two of those conferences. I love a bit of rah-rah being in the room, and it's electric and everyone's excited. And it's so important to be in environments like that. And you get to be a part of that with being a brand partner in this business. So moving through, would you like to me explain this one, Vanessa?
I love when you do.
Ah, thank you. Well, moving through the why, we love this because it really is the four M's, what we call the four M's of how this works. First, it starts with me. If you're in an airplane, and unfortunately some things have happened recently overseas, as we know, and you're in an accident, what happens is the mask drops down with the air, and you have to put that on first, because which is counterintuitive if you have children next to you, because you'd think to put it on them, but you got to look after you first so you can look after others. So it starts with your health, even though we never waited for our results because we could see how many results people were getting around us. But we wanted to help as many people as fast as possible. But as I was getting my results, I had to make sure I invested in me first. And then as we got that investment and started patching, we started on mission to tell everybody because of all of what we were seeing and hearing and then receiving in our own testimonies. And so it goes to mission because we want to help other people. But then for many people, it goes to margin. That breathing space could be to be able to pay the mortgage, could be to have that holiday, to upgrade their car, to buy a house. It could be that's where their excitement comes from in building this and their motivation. But then for many people, which we're going to explain, is then the magic money, is the money that you make in your sleep that only the 1% of the world actually attain. And I believe in direct selling. This is one of the places we can do that. And that miracle or magic money that starts hitting past your whatever you've earned in your life and beyond as you help others. And this is what I love about this business
Yeah.
model. As I help others in that process, they're helping me. So it's that whole you serve somebody else, and by serving someone else, you're being served. And I love that because then we all grow, prosper together, and see our dreams begin to unfold.
So we'll just drill really quickly into how the compensation plan works, because a lot of people are familiar with different ones. And so we want to show it to you simply. But here's the first thing I want to say. You're being paid in US dollars
Come
right now.
on!
And so this is
That.
exciting and again, really of high value right now for a lot of people. So there are four ways that you will begin to get paid. Retail, you sell a month's worth for 150, you're going to get $50, but nothing moves forward with that. We never actually have done it in our whole year of being in this company. And we haven't sold retail or preferred customer because, again, we want someone as soon as they can to come straight into the team opportunity, because we want to give them our momentum and the gift of our momentum as they're going to purchase. So you do have a retail opportunity for that. But again, we never sell 1 month's worth because this technology takes at least 90 days to really kick in, and we want people to commit to themselves for that journey. So then there's a product introduction bonus. We'll look at that. There's cycle bonuses, which is essentially like the teamwork that's happening around you. And then there's what we call matching bonuses, which is where the magic money really starts to happen. So we'll just break down the 3 ways that are really happening for people. And again, we've been 1 year in this, so we're seeing all 3 begin to happen. And our amazing business mentor, Tessa, is a beautiful 60-year-old woman out of Mudgee, New South Wales. She calls herself the Chicks from the Sticks. And her and one of her friends literally patched 2 years ago. And again, without making income claims, she's earning what top CEOs in this country, more than even are earning right now. But she says, give this thing time, and really you're just going to get out and get patching people and then run with the opportunity. So Andrew, do you want to just dive into what you get when you first share and sell this technology in the packs to someone?
Yes, and we always say this is a minimum 3-year commitment to building 12, 24, 36 months, because what you're building in 3 years' time is going to be something absolutely powerful for your life. And so what I love about this is the product introduction bonus. So this is more about covering your costs and covering your initial investment, or using that to save up to upgrade. So it's quick money. It's maybe you've hit the ground running and you're wanting to really, like I said, make up for some of the investment and needing money quickly. You get $35 for each core pack. You get $75 for each advanced and $405 for each premium pack. And so that's, I mean, at $1.61 to the Australian dollar with the US dollar, that's pretty amazing if you do the math. And we've seen many people be able to really help a lot of people and also recover a lot of their costs and beyond through the product introduction bonus. But to me, that's the quick money. That's helpful, but it's the next two where the real power is. And so the second one is the cycle bonus paid on whole team volume, up and down the leg. So what we love about this and why we call it like the team commission is because as we all work and help and patch and reach out to people, all of that activity goes up and down. So it's not the person at the top just benefiting. It's everyone down that particular line, that team, that is all benefiting. And so as you put two people on your left and two people on your right, and you become a manager, unlocking that compensation plan to up to 25,000 US dollars every week that you can earn just on this part of the compensation plan. Then as you cycle, which Vanessa's going to share right now, this is the way that you build as a team. So for Vanessa and I, for everyone that we're helping and everyone we're helping to win and to build managers, build their business and their team, all that volume we all benefit from as we create that volume and cycle.
So a cycle bonus is 50 US dollars. It can be paid daily if some of the volume in your team and then some of your own volume actually cycles. When your team has done 660 business volume, so around $600 of sales, when your team, your whole team has done that, and then you have done about 330 in business volume, all of a sudden the company says, well, thanks for all being in momentum. Thank you as an individual brand partner for starting to match some energy of a team that's also going to start growing over time too. And so that matches in the system sometimes daily, and you'll see in your back office under compensation another $50 US come through. Now, this is going to happen for you, and these $50 cycles begin as soon as you have one brand partner on your left team and one brand partner of your own on your right leg. That is when you become binary qualified, which means you are now qualified to start cycling some of that business volume and get paid on it. So let's just use an example for a second of how 1,000 US dollars can come into your account per week. And again, we are seeing this. We are witness to this regularly for people that we love and are getting to know, and strangers that we don't even know. But we are seeing this. So for $1,000 US per week to hit your back office account, and you're paid weekly, hallelujah, you're not at a month end kind of waiting for money to come in. But basically it means 40 advanced packs need to go through your entire team. So not just you, but your team will sell about 40 advanced packs and about 20 on your right team. Now, remember, this isn't just you, friend. This is you and anyone else. And we'll look at that in a minute. So for you to get just $1,000 US in one of those other ways you get paid called cycle bonuses, it just requires 40 purchases happening and 20 in the other legs. So you'll see this unfold more over time, but we want to show you how quickly this can begin to happen. One person buys in advance, the next person then shares it, they buy in advance, the next person buys in advance. And if you track this model out, and I don't have the spreadsheet, but you can ask your brand partner for it, this whole model at advanced being shared and someone else buying advance and four other people buying advance, 4 times 4 times 4 over a year equals $378 $1,000 if everyone did that and shared with 4 people, and they shared with 4 people. This is actually not rocket science, and it's actually not make believe. We're watching this happen for people regularly when they just choose to commit to sharing with 4 people and help other people share with 4 people.
And that's US dollars too. And can I also, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, whether left or right, one will be higher than the other. So it doesn't have to be the right, has to be the dominant, left has to be, the less dominant, whichever one you build, one will be more dominant than the other. And then that's how that equation works.
So let's just go, here's you, okay? And again, we want to do this because we need people to understand that it's not overnight, but it does happen with momentum when people are committed. So here's you at the top here, right, of your own organization and business. And then you've got other people. Some of you will have other people bringing that volume down. Others of you won't, because you'll be a new leg for some people. You're going to have 3 people yourself, and they're going to have 2 people each in these smaller circles. And then they might, over the next month or so, have another 3 or 4 people each. So basically, as soon as you've got 3, for Andrew and I, we only had 12 people actively going, I want to share this. I'm committed to sharing this. And those 12 people, even though we had maybe, 40 people patching, let's say 30 or 40 people patching, but with 12 people going, let's get sharing and go on mission in other parts of the world and here locally, that team became 1,000 people in 6 months. It does not take every single person. The 80-20%, 80%, 20% rule really applies. So this is where they've enrolled people and they've enrolled people. And this is where all team volume starts to really, really get exciting. But the real way that this will start to unlock for you is not just in product introduction or matching cycle bonuses. It's when you start to match what happens with the people that are also earning money. So Andrew, let's talk about this.
And we've obviously sponsored more people since then and kept building.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So I love the first one, the personal introduction bonus. To me, that's like the fun money. Then the team commissions is like the margin money. And then this is like the miracle or magic money. So this is the matching bonus. So as you're helping people, as you're building your teams, if you sponsored, let's say we sponsored John, and then John sponsors Jody, and then Jody sponsors Janet. I'm just going to use 3J so I remember it. As John builds his business and Janet builds hers, and whoever the other J was, Joanne build hers, what happens is they start cycling. So everything Vanessa just taught on the 660 and the 330, and they credit at $50 each time. If John is cycling through the team commissions, let's say $1,000, because he's our first level sponsor, we receive 250 US from that. On top of, doesn't come from him, from the company. Then under John is Joanne, and Joanne is cycling, let's say 600 US dollars. Well, we get 20% of that. So that's 120 on top of the 250 from John. And then under Joanne is Judy, and Judy's she's cycling $120. Well, then we're getting $24 for that. We're making that in our sleep. So that is the generational income and the residual income. That is the making money in your sleep. That's the 1%. We work really hard for the team commissions and obviously the personally sponsored, helping people get in and build that and help them with their businesses. It's like the matching bonuses. That is where the real, miracles and magic happen. And that's why staying here 12 months, 24 months, 3 years, and of course beyond, you're going to see some amazing wealth creation in your life as you help people.
Absolutely. So again, loads of details here, but we're endeavoring to show you what happens over time. Everyone put in the chat if you want time, because it's time. It's actually the same with the patch technology. You can get some amazing one patch or product introduction bonuses, but the true breakthrough is what is going to generate and regenerate in your body and generate in your finances over time.
That's
So
right.
you're going to see a lot of this information and breakdown of this on a website called thisisitteam.com, but we've actually got an incredible app now called School, and we'll give you the update to that. But what we also have is a turnkey system. If you are a practitioner or want to partner with practitioners, or you want to get out there and literally have all this kind of information that you need, you can do it all online, send these videos off to whoever you want. But also, you have all that we need as a turnkey business. You cannot invest. One more time, we want to say it. We have friends that are investing $500,000 in a franchise, and they're not going to get that money back for 3, 4, 5 years, and they're not even going to make it back at that level. But where can you invest 1,000 Australian or 3,000 if you come in at the premium because you're ready to run? Where can you invest in that and see your money return so quickly? It's actually wild to think about.
With minimal overheads. That's what's
Yeah,
amazing. No lease,
exactly.
no memberships and programs. All it is making sure you've got enough for yourself and whoever's in your home, and enough to patch people. Because for me, I put it down to every 10 times I patch, if I make one sale, we make one sale, it's
Mm-hmm.
we're about a 3-to-1 in general. So, but it started off with, we just had to keep getting patches out there. And so that just financially and economically makes such amazing sense. So we
So
have a
we're in what we call a three-phase. Yeah, you go, babe.
three-phase formula. So we are, and it should change to 3 to 5 year plan, because it's a minimum
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah.
That we encourage everybody to be thinking like this. But we see, like with us, we made a very good income within 6 months, and we're seeing a lot of people in that 6 to 12 months being able to replace their incomes. It works at any life stage. You're not too young and you're not too old. So we always teach that everything's about the mindset, because there's someone in your circumstance, situation, age bracket that are doing amazing in this. And so it's all about that choice, and it's easy to implement. So phase one is all about learning and growing your business, understanding the product, learning the systems, but patching and out there as you do it. So it's not, you go underground to a cave for 3 months before you can
Mm-mm.
come out and do this. You're doing it from the day you're patching, learning the systems, getting trained and coached. We provide all of that. Personal growth is a must, a mindset to grow. Phase two is traction. It's share the system to duplicate. It's all about scaling and showing people how simple it is through the strategy that we have. And that builds momentum. We all love momentum. And then the phase three is the liftoff stage, is the exponential growth. It could happen in 2 months, could happen in 6 months, could be 12 months. Sometimes people are patching. Some people are slow to it. Other people are not as interested. And then boom, someone gets that
Yeah.
opportunity and takes off, and their whole life has changed. All of them. And then somebody else, whole life has changed. That's the exponential growth. It's self-sustaining growth because of the system and the support that you'll give people that we coach you and train you with. This is where the real fun begins. This is where you really build into your teams, and this is where this becomes a business magnet. When people see success, they are attracted to it.
Mm-hmm. So it's really simple. We just talk about some consistent strategies. Now you can choose, when Andrew says patch, the word patch, we're just talking about maybe getting one sample. We're not ever giving out 3 samples or 7 samples or a free month. It's one patch on their body, because we're saying a patch on you is just simply showing you how easy it is to patch. That's all we're doing. We're never making promises with that 1-day patch for them. But when we do that, it's because they've exchanged their details, and we're sending them an information website, and then we're sending them a presentation online. And literally at the end, we're taking 10, 15 minutes maybe to get their order in, because once they've seen a presentation, they're ready to order. You do this 3 times a day, 1 time a day, 5 times a day. It really depends on the cadence you want to create and work this momentum in. But it's very simple, because if you go, I'm ready to run, we're going to set you up to run, literally to create a legacy business in about 6 months' time. Think though about 1 hour per day of your time is all you really need. Get off Netflix, get off doom scrolling, and get learning a little bit and sharing with people as you go along. And the system does so much of the heavy lifting for you. But truly, freedom begins to happen when this residual income grows over time. So, one more time, over time. This is still a business. This is not a quick get rich scheme. If it is, you run the other way. This is about consistent actions building over time to some incredible momentum. And then you get, as Andrew said, to seed with this money dreams that are in your heart. And that's our biggest passion. And that's why we've called this team the Dream Team.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you have to believe in the product. I'll never share or sell or anything that I don't believe in myself or prepared to use myself. I use this every day and it's changed my life. You got to believe in the company from the top down. The culture and the ethos and the belief and the agenda and passion for this company is why we chose to say yes to this, and the inventor himself. And then you got to believe in yourself. Believe that you can do this because you can. Believe that this is possible for you. And for some of you, it's rewriting your story. It's rewriting your mindset. And it's time to thrive in 2025. And so this could be the year for you to really step into bold confidence and see incredible breakthroughs happen in your life.
So it's a question, and we often say around this, are you ready? And you know what ready means? Ready could mean scared. Ready could mean like, oh my gosh, this is screaming opportunity to me. But what we love celebrating is curiosity.
Yeah.
Cynicism will kill everything, but curiosity will just see just such a lean in to the next step that you need to take. So you will see this presentation because someone who's either just met you, totally wants to do life and business with you, or someone that's loved you for a long time, believes in you enough to actually give you this opportunity. Here in Australia, we just want to end by speaking to this. Every single friend launching anything in their life, we would choose to champion. Every friend starting something new, every friend stepping out to actually create a life that they've only dreamt possible. And so it's an honor when a friend says, hey, I wanted you to hear about this. Hey, I wanted you to look at this. It's always going to feel like an honor. So if a friend sends this to you, actually consider that an honor and stay curious and just see what wakes up in you. Do you just need to patch and really get health breakthrough? Or would you like to curiously explore this next step? Or are you ready to run? And we are doing this with you. There's a whole team around you. The person that it's introducing you to
Yeah.
this is not on their own either. So circle back with them, and we'd love to see what you want to create with the future entrusted to you.
And I love what Vanessa said because we wouldn't validate everything, but our friends know
Mm-hmm.
what's appropriate for us and our values. And so I reciprocate the same, that when I send something to them, I know their values and I know what is valuable to them. And so they trust that. So don't forget the trust that you have with a lot of people, that this is something that's going to benefit their life. And we look forward to what you create in the future.